former F-15E Strike Eagle and former F-16 Thunderbird fighter pilot Ryan Bodenheimer, also known as Max Afterburner, along with former U.S. Navy F/A-18 Hornet fighter pilot Matthew Whiz Buckley. Pleasure to have you both on. Matthew, I'll start with you. Talk about these drones and the game changer everybody's talking about.
Well, it is a game changer. Anything in warfare is an iteration. So it's almost like we're actually going back a little bit in technology. These propeller powered drones, it's almost like we're going backwards compared to the modern day F-35s and everything we see. But remember, these drones, they don't make themselves. They don't spring out of the earth. They have to be made somewhere. They have to be, some of them have to be controlled somewhere unless they're a one-way kamikaze drone. And they need to be launched from somewhere. So people have to stick their heads out of a hole somewhere to launch these things. And that's where we need to strike them. But it's not lost on me that we reverse engineered these things. Ukraine, what happened last year in Ukraine was definitely a game changer. They smuggled in some 18-wheelers, built some shacks, and somebody pressed a button on their cell phone and the roofs opened up. And these type of drones took out a third of Russia's strategic bomber fleet. So we are looking at a new era of warfare, but actually going a little bit in reverse too.
Ryan, your take.
Yeah, I think this shows the versatility of the U.S. military. So if the enemy wants to go high tech, cool. We got F-35s, we got B-2s, we can do that. Or if the enemy wants to do guerrilla warfare type tactics like Iran is known for, cool, we can meet you there as well. And oh, by the way, economy of force matters. So shooting down Iran's drones are important as well. So we've got actual laser rockets now to shoot these things down. So the reverse engineering not only helped us to make these way better, the avionics in our version of these are 100 or 1,000 times better and more accurate, but we also now have a better idea of how to shoot them down with anti-drone rockets that are loaded out on F-15Es right now as we speak in the Middle East.
Matthew, I understand you want to talk about the F-15s that were shot down, the ones by Kuwait here, our fighter pilots here. Talk about that.
Yeah, I have a Hornet brother of mine who's actually on the scene out there in Kuwait. This was obviously a fog of warfare tragedy. This F-18, this Kuwaiti F-18 pilot was flying a legacy F-18. He didn't have Mode 5 capability to interrogate who this was. And the ground control, in the Air Operations Center in Kuwait, they were under attack. They were actually under attack from some of these Iranian drones. They were taking fire, and the ground control actually declared those F-15 Eagles hostile. So the Kuwaiti pilot doing what he thought he was doing, defending the motherland, rippled off 3 missiles and took these Strike Eagles down. It was a fog of war, was not intentional, but, definitely some buffoonery involved, and we need to be able to debrief and make sure this doesn't happen again.
Yeah, and luckily, though, the pilots were able to eject, so that was good news. Ryan, final thoughts on this, maybe even regarding that fog of war that is certainly apt to happen in times like these?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Whiz did a really good job summing that up. I flew the F-15E myself, and I'm very proud of these crews for reacting as fast as they did because they're coming into land. Effective mission, they're coming into land. You're not thinking that you're going to get targeted. So the fact that they reacted so fast, they got out of the jets, they saved themselves. They're the national treasure. The crews are the national treasure. We can replace those jets. Actually, they're being replaced right now with more tactical aviation flowing into the region. So I think it's a testament to the crews and then a testament to that Cadillac of a jet. The F-15E took that hit, kept the crews alive, and gave them the ability to get out, which is great.
All right, true heroes indeed. Max Afterburner and Whiz, we appreciate your expertise. Thank you.
Good to see you guys.
Good to see you both.